Comments online on social media, right? And this massive overwhelming hype surrounding Dear You, Ama love letters. And suddenly we are witnessing this huge wave of Malaysian Chinese becoming incredibly emotional, aggressively pushing this narrative that mainland China is somehow the ultimate cultural beacon for all ethnic Chinese globally, including Singapore. But we strip away the sentimentality and ask the real question here. Is this actual genuine patriotism towards China, or just a simple desperate collective search for a sense of belonging? Because our own country, I may not feel like afterthought for decades. Let us be real for a second. I recently came across a video of Malaysian Chinese criticizing Singaporeans, claiming we look down on Filipinos, Bangladeshis, and people from China.
我再来聊新加坡人和大马人对待中国人的区别。在新加坡的鄙视链是这样子的先鄙视外劳，比如说孟加拉人、菲律宾人，然后就是中国人，再然后就是在新加坡打工的大马人。
And you know what? Let me offer a piece of brutal honesty. A lot of us look down on Malaysians too. And why is that? Because we view Singapore as our superior home, period. But see, here lies a fundamental difference. Singaporeans possess this fierce patriotism because we actually live in a high-functioning, meritocratic society. The Chinese community is a majority here, but our government has spent generations actively fighting for true racial harmony. And even right now, leadership is working tirelessly to ensure we integrate smoothly with foreign workers and global talent. Now, do certain Singaporeans discriminating against foreigners who are working? Of course, it happens. Even when I was in Germany, a black even called me fucking China, and they didn't want me to be in the restaurant. But we need to see clearly, it's not born out of the pure, unadulterated malice. It stems from the fact that Singaporeans deeply love their country and possess a powerful sense of ownership of it. It's just that alpha dogs. They don't want any strangers to come to their territory. Will you allow a group of strangers to walk in and throw a party inside your house? Only people who treat their home like shit will do that, right? Because in the end of the day, we want to have no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and no kingdom raised against you shall stand. And that's the reason why we see a lot of Singaporeans, they're very protective. Kiasu, kiasi. We are always incredibly protective of what is ours. But our government is working in the actual world to help locals and global talents, global workers blend together seamlessly, and as our society evolves, we adapt. We protect this all because we actually have something worth protecting. Which brings me to an obvious question. Do Malaysian Chinese ever experience this level of national pride, or they just fundamentally envious of Singaporeans? Let's be honest, even while Hainan chicken rice is undeniably the best, better than Malaysia. The truth is, Malaysian Chinese don't feel that kind of real connection to their own country. The political landscape is really unfair, heavily segregated, and completely dominated by a single race. It becomes so disheartening that a large portion of Malaysian Chinese don't even bother participating in their own election anymore. There is zero sense of belonging, and the national identity doesn't even tally with who they are as individuals. So when it comes to career progressions, business opportunity, and politics, they see no fairness either. They even feel that Lim Guan Eng's corruption case is unfair, but there's nothing for any Chinese to do about it. Their mindsets already shift to local policy might minimize our value here, but our ancestral motherland is a global superpower dominating technology, space, and the world economy. It's a kind of vicarious pride that restores a sense of dignity. So the moment China starts broadcasting this grand, sweeping message that all Chinese are the same across the globe and they must be united, their eyes immediately light up, aggressively promoting the red flag. My motherland, my China, we all belong to China. And because of this, the Chinese over there are fighting each other. And for the Malaysian authorities, they couldn't care less what their Chinese citizens are thinking. That is precisely why a movie like Dear You can be screened in just any dialect over there. The attitude of the government is like, if you love China so much, go ahead, who cares? We don't care about you. But Singapore operates on a completely different paradigm. We don't need a vicarious pride. Our government already genuinely cares about every single resident within this territory. Whether you're Indian, Chinese, Malay, it's all taken care. And because we care, we can't afford to be reckless. That's exactly why Singapore constantly guards against foreign interference and why we have so many laws and regulations. And we know that media like Dear You will impact our social cohesion. We don't just want to sit back and let it slide. We want actively protecting our sovereignty. And now, we allow the movie to debut. You know why the government is doing this? Not because we are the same thinking and feeling as the Malaysian Chinese. It's because a total ban who play right into the trap. It made the state look anti-culture and alienate its own seniors. So do the people crying about Singaporeans looking down on others? Listen closely. Any country with a highly successful economy is naturally gonna develop a bit of success complex. That's just human behavior, but you shouldn't confuse individual elitism with systemic inequality. You are complaining about a single Singaporean treating someone badly while completely ignoring the fact that your own government is unfair. Discriminatory policies are exact reasons you are packing your bags and running to Singapore for a job in the first place. If you want to be genuinely proud of your home, you need to fix your own house first. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are we Singaporeans being a bit too protective until there's a need to get approval for screening certain movies? Or is Malaysia completely losing its grip on reality? I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.